say together. Oh Lord, please grant Dad eternal rest and shine your perpetual light upon him. Koma thayo fafa, till we meet again. Rest in peace.
Thank you very much. Now, let me introduce the grandkids, the third generation. Kesa is Wangeshi's and Dr. Martin Awori's second born, married to the lovely Susan. Please give them a clap. The firstborn is Maria, who is married to Roro. Please give them a clap. And they have given Wuka a great-grandchild 1 month ago. Please give them another clap. Then it's myself. I think I have Maina. Wuka used to like calling him Maina Wanjigi the second. The second. And Wamboi, the little one in our family, that is our child. Please give them a clap. On this other side, we have Wanjiro and Cairo, Somalia, the children of my younger sister, Kadoni and Justice Katembo. Give them a clap, please. And then, of course, my brother's 2 children. You saw them earlier, Peter Modandi, and Maina Wanjigi also. Please give them a clap. Maina will read the tribute on behalf of the grandchildren because he was not here on Wednesday, so he will say one on their behalf. Please welcome him. Asante.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for coming. As you've heard, I'm also Maina Wanjigi, not to be confused with Maina Wanjigi. I'm honored to share a name with such a man. It was Martin Luther King who said, "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy." And by this measure, my grandfather was an extraordinary man and a pinnacle of excellence. Earlier today, you heard how we used to spend nights at his house where he would read us Bible stories and other lessons. It was through these nights that he instilled in us a sense of discipline, selflessness, and righteousness. Gukar was a selfless pioneer whose commitment to uplifting his communities impacted countless lives. Many of us gathered here today have likely been assisted by him in one way or another. Whenever we spoke, Gukar would always urge us to commit to a purpose like himself and help when and where you can. Gukar was a beacon of hope and left a legacy to be proud of. And if I or anyone can measure up to be half the man that Gukar was, that would be a life worth living. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think you can all sit down now. Thank you. We'll try and rush this. I'm breaking a bit, but we'll have Uncle Magare, my mother's brother. He was very close to Dad. He visited him, especially in the last 1 year, every 2 or 3 days. He brought him honey, and he brought him laughs. Uncle Joseph Magare. Thank you. Karibu.
Thank you very much, Jimmy. Right Reverend Bishop Charles Mutuli, Bishop Emeritus Peter Jenga, the clergy, distinguished guests, all protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen. Maina Wanjigi was many things wrapped in one. But since I have no time to give a lot of lecture about Maina Wanjigi himself, I'll say just one or two things as it relates to his in-laws. Maina Wanjigi was son-in-law to the late Ibrahim Boy and Sala Gadoni, who also happened to be my parents. My father, the late Ibrahim Boy, had, of course, was a polygamist, a second wife. So among those who are left, and who, for these purposes, are brothers and sisters of Mariam Wanjigi, and my older brother there, Richard Maina. Can you stand, please? Oh, there you are. Then, of course, there's me. Then Joseph Keiro, Mary Shege, Wairimu Wanjohi. And you've got a lot of other cousins, first cousins like Kariukis, Jaumuleo. Oh, thank you very much. And other people from Gaito. Thank you very much. On the other hand, Maina Wanjigi had, as you have seen, in-laws. In other words, those whose daughters are married to Jimmy and Esani, and those who are married to Wanjigi's daughters, Josephine and Nancy. Josephine is married in the family of Maria Wanzia Awoli and the family. Are they here? Is any of them here? Please stand up. Yeah, let's appreciate them. Number two, then the Jimmy's family, Mr. and Mrs. Mutisi and the family. Well, there you are, thank you very much. The late Mr. and Mrs. Cairo, Kenya, and their families. I think there are so many of them out. Kemani Cairo, Paul Muite. Oh, they are not here. That's all right. Then finally we have Sunny's father-in-law and mother-in-law, Mr. and Mrs. Wanjohi, plus the family. Please stand up. Thank you very much. Because of lack of time, because I noticed that the Kiraji are impatient, they want to finish up with this matter. I would like to just say a word about Maina Wanjigi as it relates to his in-laws. And it's all better summarized in a Kikuyu saying, which says, Gare etagone modo na modoniwe. In other words, for those who don't understand Kikuyu, literally it really says that a leopard, if it attacks in your homestead, it is hunted down by you and your in-law. That translates into the simple saying that as and when a family or somebody has got a problem, among the very first fellows who assist you in that matter will be your in-laws. To us, and to all the families have referred to here, Maina Wanjigi lived up to that promise. Whenever we had any problems, whether it's sickness, whether it's financial or material problems, the late Maina Wanjigi was always there to assist. And we owe him as much. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Amen.
Thank you very much, Uncle. We have a very quick one. He had 3 nurses over the last 5 to 6 years, and they treated him like he was their father. Kindly, Samuel, Mwangi, and Martin, if you're nearby. Where are they? They're not here? Oh, they're there. The care these young men gave him used to bring tears to our eyes. So, Karibu, please give them a big clap.
Thank you. My name is Samuel Cheriot. With me is Samuel Mwangi and Martin Kariuki. Just to say a word in honor of our dad, Mr. Chairman. That is what we use and always call him. He has been an inspiring person in our life. So to the family, knowing each member of your family has been a honor that deeply moved us. Maina Wanjigi courage, generosity, and spirit shone brightly, showing remarkable resilience and grace in adversity. His gentle demeanor and wisdom were a daily inspiration, offering hope through jokes, discussions, and quiet moments. We are forever grateful for the lessons learned, for his unwavering compassion and endurance. He possessed a remarkable gift for connecting with others, transforming not just careers, but entire perspectives under his guidance. His motto, slow but sure, embodied patience and perseverance, making even toughest challenges enjoyable. Time we spent with Mr. Chairman was transformative. His stories and profound insights left an indelible mark on all who listened. Beyond a boss, he became a trusted friend and a sage advisor, a beacon of spiritual guidance and unwavering support. In honoring his legacy, we celebrate a man whose influence transcended boundaries, leaving an inspiring legacy and a profound impact on all who knew him. Your leadership and mentorship have shaped us profoundly. As your perfect principle, your heart of gold now rests, but your memory will live on our hearts forever. With deepest gratitude and respect, rest in peace, Dad.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana. Because of time, we are going to unfortunately skip friends, but we had Dr. Peter Mudoka and Professor Kea. Out of time, and we need to go to the burial site. I don't know whether the current chair of SOS Village is here. Is she here? She gave already a speech in Nairobi. I will go straight, Bishop, if you don't mind. We are God-loving. Our father used to say all the time, God loves us and we love God. I'll go straight to the distinguished guests who have graced us today. We are very honored that they are here. We feel very privileged that they've come to spare their time. I know, for example, my good friend Raila Amolo Odinga, His Excellency, was actually traveling out of the country yesterday, and he postponed his trip. I know my friend Wajakoya here just got in for this particular service, funeral. We are very honored that you're all here. So I'll ask you to come up. 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, so that we don't get the bishop getting impatient with us. Believe me that we love politics more than God, because we actually do love God more than anything else. So kindly, I shall start with the Secretary General of Jubilee Party, who is a good comrade and a man of Nyandarua, where my father settled 1 million or so people, 1 million acres, sorry. The Honorable Jeremiah Kioni. Give him a big clap.
There is a paragraph I read in this book, and I want to read it to you. The only time I found myself, that is the author of the book, compelled to report a serious case of misconduct was when Josephat Karaja, the future Vice President of the Republic of Kenya, sneaked into Kikuyu Hospital and ate Reuben Muiru's supper. Muiru was a fellow student who had been admitted to the hospital after he was hit in the head by a hockey ball and seriously injured. Unconscious, Muiru was unable to feed himself. You can finish, the rest is on page 33. Tafadhali, wacheni kukula chakula ya watoto, wacheni kukula chakula ya wagonjwa. Let us be there to serve Kenyans, those who get the opportunity to do so. The other thing I can say is that I got to know or to hear of the late during the Moroto issue. And he stood for the people. And I see the eulogy they have written that he paid, but I would rather have said that he was ready to pay the price. It is important that if we really want, and we really want to wish the family well, we emulate those two things. Wachaneni na chakula ya watoto, wachaneni na maziwa ya watoto, wachaneni na madawa ya hospitali ya wagonjwa, na pia tusimame na wale ambao wanafinyiliwa. Asanteni sana, God bless you.
Mheshimiwa Wajakoya, karibu, 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 mpigia makofi. He has a story to tell.
The family of the late father of mine, Maina Wanjigi. The two Wanjigis, please come. The two Gen Zs, come here, please. I will be very brief, and I want to recognize the role of the young people in this country. Stand here. Mheshimiwa Raila, Baba yetu, these two are your grandchildren. A lot of people, they have told Raila to stay at home so that they can now take over the role. Mheshimiwa James Orengo, now the church, and I also want to caution the church a little bit that time has come where we have to move to liberalism, move away from conservative way of thinking and embrace the young generation. These are the people who are going to chart the destiny of this country. And I can see Dr. Wori, probably during lunchtime somewhere, we are related, because I'm also from that region of the Aworis. Mr. Janji, Engineer Janji, your relative is here. This young man has just come from Atlanta, Georgia. It's one of the best universities, Emory universities in Atlanta. I went to give a lecture there some years ago. And this one, we were talking with them this morning at their grandmother's place. Maina Wanjigi paid my fees with J.J. Kamodo. When I was at Chokora in Nairobi, when people did not want to look at me, when people did not want to talk to me, when my Luya community had forsaken me, when everybody was smiling at their own discourse, when everybody took me like a mosquito, this man and J.J. Kamodo, they educated me. And if I may ask the former chairman of Equity, if he's around, Mr. Munga, please. This is the man who knows me. This is the one who took me. This is the one who used to drive me. This is the one who even took me to Kamodo's funeral. This is the one who used to call me Kamwana. I knew Munga when he had nothing, but he came from where he was up to now. Thank you, Mzee. The Kikuyu community, you have been vilified. Every time a member of the Kikuyu is killed during that mayhem time of Moi, when he killed 1, 10 were born. Now this mountain you see here, a lot of people do not know the secrets in that mountain. That mountain is sacred, Mr. Governor. We who come from very far away, we know the use of that mountain. And without that mountain, you cannot walk your journey and make it. If I may also look at the people who have assisted me, besides the late, who I was talking to Jimmy. Jimmy, please just move here, because you are one of those people that we are looking at our children today to liberate this country whether we want it or not. And go and tell him wherever he is that Gen Zs have to be recognized, they have to be heard, they have to be talked to, not to be talked upon. The Kenyatta family. And James Orengo, come please, with due respect. Among the people who are still living that helped me, one of the people who played a big role when I was in exile, after having been jailed by Moi, after having been detained by Moi, the person who brought me documents to go to law school was James Agri Orengo. The Kenyattas, I love you. There another person that I would like to thank very much, and she's not here, is Mama Ida Odinga. Before I was taken after detention, Jaramogi ordered Mama Ida Odinga. I was taken by a car whose registration I still remember, KPJ 089. I was taken by that car to Embakasi Airport, the cargo plane. That's how I left this country to go and study. Now, how am I going to remember Maina? How am I going to remember him? I just learned of his death yesterday when I came back in the country. I had gone to do my research in my second doctorate degree, which is my 15th. Given the fact that the foundation in education that I was given by him, with the J.J. Kamodo, I gave 10 scholarships. He can agree to that. Now, I'm going to remember him in my preface for my second doctorate. I'll write there, the people who helped me. Top of the name will be J.J. Kamodo. Another one will be James Agri Orengo. Another one will be Maina, and I will write a chapter on him. And as for you, the destiny of this country, your father's spirituality, spiritual kind of way of behaving and leading his life. May we join hands and liberate this country and give our children under the tutelage of Raila Amolo Odinga. May you go and tell your brother, Uhuru Kenyatta, to pick my phone next time. And James, may God bless you, and thank you very much, and thank you again. Thank you, young men. Jenisiye! Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
No, you know, my good friend Wajakoya, there's something that you have missed out on. His son has just been admitted to Chelsea Football Club. And we have been pressurizing him that we want free tickets into that stadium. Now, just to buttress the Gen Z, my son Maina, Where's Mudhandi? Please stand up. Maina, Mudhandi, stand up. You are not here, unfortunately, Maina the third. I think you sit down. And where's Wambui? Mudhandi, Maina, and Wambui. They were on the streets for 3 days. 3 days. They cooled tear gas for the first time. They had a time of their life. I remember the last day when there was parliament being attacked. I tried to get Maina off the streets and you tell me, yeah, just in half an hour, Dad. I said, there's shooting. He said, no, just half an hour. We did not stop them. We did not get in their way. None of us as parents, it is their future, it is their lives, and they are standing up for it. Asanteni sana. Maina Commander, briefly, you have a history with my mzee. Karibu. Pigie makofi.
Asante sana. God is good, and all the time. Githungu kiu ni kiario kingi muno reka ijarie Gikuyu. Wa mbere nyambe njuge muthuri uyu ukomete haha. Miaka iria tukoretwo nake anjitaga ngarana. Hanjaniita Maina Commander, yeye huwa akiniita ngarana. Wale vijana ambao tulikuja Nairobi, tukawakuta hawa na Charles Rubia wakiwa wajumbe. Huyu mzee ndio alitushika kama vijana. Tukichaguliwa na miaka 20 na kitu, na wakakubali kutushika mkono, wakatulea kisiasa, mpaka mahali ambao tulifika. Tumetoka pamoja huko Madhio ya huko Wahondora hiyo Kiriaini. Na kama kuna watu ambao walikuwa na ile roho ya kiutu na kujenga vijana, sio kama wanasiasa wa siku hii, ukiona mtoto anatoka chini unagonga. Hawa walikuwa wanataka kujenga vijana wainuke. Tulianza siasa tukiwa kama hawa mnasema Gen Z hawa. Ndio tulikuwa Gen Z wa wakati hiyo ya 1979. Ndirona ciana ici tuguka twitu ni turatwehereirie guoya, turari hakuhi guthira ni guoya. Kamureciria ni maheni. Bururi urakire moyo gutire mundu ungiaria. Ciana icio cito nicio cia tucokia muoyo ati riu gutire handu tutangiaria. Na ninataka kusema hao ndio mazao ya huyu mzee. Wakati Muoroto ililete shida, huyu mzee alimalizwa tukiwako na tukasimama na yeye. Kuna wakati moja, Your Excellency Prime Minister hapa, wakati wa Murorongo, Moi alitaka kumaliza watu wawili Nairobi, Rubia na Maina Wanjigi, na walikuwa wasichaguliwe wakati wa Murorongo. Sasa mimi, Moi alikuwa ananijua vile vile kama kijana hodari Nairobi. Na Kimondo ambayo alikuja kusema ameondoa Rubia, lakini ni Murorongo, alikuwa na kura sijui 200, Rubia akiwa na 800 na akawa ndio mjumbe. Sasa tukaitwa State House na Kimondo, na ikatangazwa na Moi hataki kusikia mtu anaitwa Rubia kama ametangazwa. Wa pili ni Maina Wanjigi. Mimi tukitoka State House nikamwambia Kimondo, wewe enda starehe, mimi wacha niende Kamukunji. Hatuwezi kukumbali watu yetu wa Murang'a wamalizwe wote. Mimi nikaenda nikasave Maina, nikamwambia wewe mpango iko namna hii, returning officer nikamwambia wako namna hiyo, mpaka wakati Maina akachaguliwa kwa hiyo Murorongo. Alikuwa asichaguliwe, walikuwa natakiwa waende nyumbani. Kwa hivyo mimi na huyu mzee tumetoka mbali. Yeye ni baba yangu kisiasa na vile vile kifamilia, mimi ni kama vile vile mtoto yake. Hawa watoto unasikia Wangeshi hapa akiolewa, Maina Kamanda yuko huko. Jimmy akioa, Maina Kamanda huko. Kwa hivyo hii ni nyumba yangu, na huyu ni baba wetu, baba wa kisiasa na baba ambaye ameturida na mawazo mengi. Kwa hivyo siana chitomuthi na mbere, muendelee na musikanyamaze. Mkinyamaza ni nyinyi mutamalizwa. Sisi ni wazee, maisha yetu haina nini, tunaangalia nyinyi. Tunaangalia nani? Na Mungu awabariki, asanteni sana.
Thank you very much. Waziri Moses Kuria. Mpigia makofi. Thank you, brother. Thank you for coming.
Mama Maria, ndugu yangu Jimmy, Mheshimiwa Raila Amolo Odinga, mabishop wetu wakiongozwa na bishop wetu kutoka kule upande wa Kiambu, Bishop Jenga na bishop wengine, waombolezaji wote, Bwana asifiwe. Nimekuja hapa kuomboleza na familia ya huyu shujaa. Na nimekuja hapa kwa sababu historia ya hii nchi haiwezi ikafutika. In the history of this country, the place of Maina Wanjigi is carved in stone. And not just because of contemporary politics, as we know it. I remember the generation that worked with Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, and especially the people who laid the foundation stone for the economy. People like Hon.Maina Wanjigi, and the institutions that they built today could be playing a very important role in the matters of economy we're grappling with. I remember, for example, Maina Wanjigi and the role he played in ICDC. You know, today we are more concerned about development, barabara, maji. We are talking about asanteni sana. Thank you.
Mpigie makofi. Before I call the governors, I want to call my schoolmate, my classmate, Mo Kenyatta. You read it. Oh, if you're going to read it, then I'd rather you do it just before right now. Okay. I'll call him back. Now, I have a long friend who we've been with in the trenches during the second liberation. Governor James Orengo, karibu microphone.
Asante sana. To Mama Maria and the entire Wanjigi family, and more particularly my friend Jimmy Wanjigi and the people of Mlima, the Right Reverend Bishop Charles Muturi and the Bishop Emeritus Peter Njenga, Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, and His Excellency the Governor of Nyeri, and all those who have attended this occasion. I come here to bring my condolences as a friend of the family and also from the people of Siaya and the Lake region as a whole. Bishop Muturi, you talked about the good work that Hon.Maina Wanjigi has done to the church, and also what Honorable Jimmy Wanjigi has done. I also want to testify that there's a plaza and a church that we've been doing in Bondo, an Anglican church, and Jimmy Wanjigi has been to Bondo many times with Raila Amolo Odinga to raise money to build a plaza and an Anglican church for Bondo. Secondly, Jimmy has been my friend for a very long time, not just a family friend. And I can tell you that in my family, in all the occasions that have taken place, Jimmy Wanjigi has always been there for me and my family. And also in the world of politics, it may not be known to you and many of you that Jimmy Wanjigi has been with us in the trenches, following the footsteps of his father, Hon.Maina Wanjigi.